shines a light. Dustin's clicks keep the show tight. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information.
Well, hello everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday evening. Welcome to Borderline Banter. I'm your host, Mike, and our other host, Dustin's here. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Thanks everyone for tuning into the banter. It is Friday. We made it through the week. I know we skipped a show. Sorry, everyone. We took a night off.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Mike?
I'm all right. You know, it's a weekend. I'm tired.
Yeah.
But it is.
But since we took a night off, we should have actually useful stories tonight, or better. I don't know.
Do we have useful stories any night?
It's not more stories, but the quality might be better.
Might
or not.
Might.
Look, there's no promises here at the banter.
Yeah.
Except when we make promises. But other than those.
So yeah.
So anything going on? Anything personal news?
I think tonight's gonna be our last night on Kick.
Oh, I didn't hear this news. This is breaking.
Yeah, you didn't
Quite
hear
literally
it?
breaking news. I mean, I knew we'd been thinking about it. I knew we'd been talking
I only
about
mentioned it 3
You know.
times, 5 minutes before the show, so we could talk about it, and you ignored me each time. So I took that
Well,
as
there
like
you
you
go.
understood. So
Was I perhaps doing something with a mouse? I might
maybe.
have
Anyway, but yeah, I
Look, I'm learning when everyone else is. I'm shocked.
You're sure. Yeah,
Absolutely
look at the shock to his
But
face.
hey, we will continue to be live on YouTube. So
Yeah.
if
Now
you
the
like
reason
what
for
you see
this.
and you're on Kick, you probably have YouTube, I imagine.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually post a link here right in a second here, but it's not
And
like
we are live on both right now.
yeah, it's not that I don't like Kick. It just the growth on here is I don't see the growth happening here. I think we have more potential on YouTube, and there it is right there. I'll pin that as well. But yeah.
It'll allow us to focus in and maybe even tweak things even further. But from my end, it'll help my screen management. It's a challenge having all the different things up for 2 different platforms.
And I think and another good thing is now I won't have to show the chat, so I'll be able to give more of the screen to show the window of what we're looking at too, which is going to be better for everybody as well, including the people watching. So I think this is a good move. It's been a year. It's been officially a year since we started the podcast, and we've been having fun, and it's about having fun, but we want to continue having fun and make it more fun. I almost said funner.
You're doing a Kamala Harris right now.
I know I am.
You're just
and she's going to be the next president of the United States, so
probably. I mean, she does continue to have leads in a lot of the polls, but we'll see when November comes, right?
I want to look at something actually right now. Let's check this out.
You don't count your votes before you hatch. Oh, Pumpkin is making a visit. Here's part of Pumpkin. Thanks, sweetie.
Okay, it changed a little bit again, but okay, so it's still predicted. Here it is, right here. Predicted still has Kamala Harris up 55 cents, 2 cents up today, which is bizarre, because yesterday they were at 53.49, so it's changed a little bit. But she still dropped quite a bit. She went from like 49 and he went from like 43 or something like that. And look at Nikki Haley snuck up at 2 cents.
Like she's at 2 cents now?
Yeah, she's at 2 cents. So,
oh, wow. I wonder why.
All right.
It doesn't really make sense.
But yeah, should we go on with the show, or do you have anything to say before we go?
Did you watch any of the DNC this week?
No, I couldn't. I couldn't. I'm sorry.
I watched very little, just clips.
And I just watched a few clips.
I don't even know that we're talking about it tonight. I was just curious.
No,
it's over.
I looked at it. Not much happened. Not much happened, but it is.
Kamala did accept the thing. Michelle didn't run out and tackle her, or whatever we predicted.
I said that as a joke.
What was Michelle gonna do?
She was gonna last second. The person who was gonna call her, because they have someone and we nominate Kamala Harris. Kamala.
I watched some of those where they went state by state.
Because apparently I've been saying it wrong, so it's Kamala. That's wrong.
Pronounce it doesn't matter.
It does. Apparently, it's a big deal. I don't. Yeah, I know.
Not.
It doesn't matter to me, but a lot of people were making a big deal because like Republicans were saying Kamala. They're like, oh, that's not right. You do that on purpose. It's like, no, it's Kamala. It's like, I don't know, Kamala Harris. So it's probably just better to say Harris. So,
I don't know why we stopped using last names.
Yeah. So
we don't say Donald very often.
Yeah, and it is true.
We did say Joe quite a bit, but that was only because we came up with the Genocide Joe name.
Yeah.
So, but
okay.
Other than that,
well, I think I'm ready to move on. If you are.
Yeah. Looks like Andrew Tate is in the news again.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk about it. Okay. And we'll be taking this first one from the BBC. Andrew Tate put under house arrest as new charges emerge. Uh-oh. New charges. What about the old ones? Were we even done with the old ones? I thought we were still waiting.
We were waiting, but he was released of house arrest, and he was allowed to go to any EU country.
Right.
That was the last.
But we're still waiting for the trial, though.
Yeah. But apparently they did.
But now he's back under house arrest, so no travel. I guess because we got a new one, new house arrest. I did watch the clip of him getting arrested. It was pretty calm. He's not got cuffed in the front, which is unusual as an American. I looked at that like weird.
But
we don't cuff people in the front here.
In different countries, they do. Actually, a lot of countries they cuff them in the front, especially if they're cooperative. Andrew Tate doesn't run. I don't think he's ever been a runner, so they're like he's not really a risk. So
what do you think of his drip?
Shady.
Dollar daddy.
Dollar daddy. Oh, dollar daddy. Weird. That's kind of bizarre.
Money, sugar daddy is probably what that means. I assume. Okay. The controversial internet influencer Andrew Tate has been placed under house arrest by a Romanian judge as prosecutors investigate new and serious allegations, including sex with a minor and trafficking underage persons. He and his brother Tristan appeared in court on Thursday. Tristan Tate was placed under special judicial control. The hell is that?
So does that mean he can't leave the city, maybe? Judicial control?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Prosecutors had asked the judge to remand the brothers in custody for 30 days while they continued a new investigation involving a total of 35 alleged victims, including a girl who was 15.
Yeah, what the fuck? A woman who was 15? Kid. A child who was 15.
I changed that for
I'm glad. I'm glad he did, but that is weird. I saw that too.
That was so weird to read that way.
Who was 15? Oh, well, she's okay.
Look,
no,
this is all.
Oh, wait.
But
wait,
like,
no, wait.
Okay,
no, listen. A woman who was 15 at the time, so she's a woman now.
Okay, she's a woman now, but
maybe because she's part of the trial. She's saying it happened maybe 4 years ago, so she's 19, which makes her a woman. I can see where that is. It just sounds weird. Yes.
Yeah, just weird to say. So, anyways. 35 victims. That's crazy. I assume they've got a lot of evidence, hopefully, right?
Huh.
In a statement, Romania's agency against organized crime, DICOT, said 6 people had been detained in total, both Romanians and foreigners.
That's very open.
So there's the 2 Tates and I guess 4 other people?
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of what I'm saying? Oh, Andrew Tate made a furious statement to the press outside, denouncing the case against him as a stitch-up.
Here, wait, this will be my best imitation. It's ridiculous. This whole thing, this is shenanigans. They're coming at me because I'm a Trump supporter. I don't know. I tried. So.
But you can't vote here.
I know. I don't know. I just I had nothing to say.
You were Andrew for a moment. I wasn't yelling.
I had nothing else to say. I'm not that very good at improv.
All right, so I had to look this up because he said stitch up, and I'm like, what is that? Stitch up is informal British. It's informal British. Manipulate a situation so that someone is placed at a disadvantage or wrongly blamed for something.
Okay, so he's pleading his innocence.
So yeah, it's a Britishism. That's why
this is a setup. It's absolutely disgusting. 30 of those girls, we have done nothing wrong. 30 of those girls say we have done nothing wrong. 2 of the mothers.
See, you gotta
two are the mothers of our children. 2 have never been here to Romania. He said. So
the way Tate does his T's, I think that's how you can really sell the impersonation.
30 of
Bugatti.
those.
Like he doesn't say the T. He pronounces it like it's a totally different letter. Like
I don't know. Yeah, I can't do it.
Set up. almost like you're not even
Asking
saying
repeatedly by the BBC about the allegations of sex with a 15-year-old girl, there it is, and trafficking an underage person, he walked away and refused to reply.
Well, of course, you shouldn't say anything because it'll be used against you. There's
yeah.
nothing you can say that'll absolve it and
Yeah,
make things
it's like,
better.
I didn't do that.
So
Okay.
that's standard good procedure when you're about to go to trial for something. Like, I mean, if you're totally innocent, I still don't know what you could say that would convince anyone, right?
Yeah, but
How do you
say anything? The Tate brothers have previously been charged with human trafficking and Andrew Tate charged with rape and are awaiting trial on those charges. They were released from house arrest a year ago. I know they weren't. Oh yeah, maybe a year ago. And told not to leave Romania. They have always strongly denied any wrongdoing and denied formal charges they face. The Y's cut off on my screen. Yeah, I'll just have to fix it. What was I gonna say? But they're allowed to go to any Romania city.
Yeah,
now.
this told not to leave Romania was, I think, changed because they were released from house arrest and told not to leave, and then subsequently were given additional access to all of EU. I think it was. These are new and separate allegations. So even if they were allowed now, they're back to this point again.
All right.
The Anti-Organized Crime Agency says the accused were grooming vulnerable people who were then housed in different locations and forced to produce pornographic material for online broadcasts. One of the foreign men is accused of forcing a 17-year-old foreign citizen to perform sexual acts in order to make online video content. He is said to have kept all the $1.5 million profit. The statement does not name him. Wait, what?
Was that teenage boy, maybe?
Well, it says the statement does not
name the 17-year-old foreigner. We don't know it's... The foreign man is accused of forcing a 17-year-old foreign citizen. It doesn't say boy or girl, so maybe it was a boy.
I'm pretty sure this he is the same he it's referring to here, which is the foreign man accused of forcing the foreign citizen. There's two foreigners here.
Yeah, but
I'm assuming that not name him is the same thing. It's referring back to the accused. Why is the accused not named?
I don't know, maybe. So
they're saying the named is... I understand the victim not being named. That makes sense. The confusion is this is, to me, saying that the accused is not being named. Well, why not? We know Andrew. We know Tristan. Name the other four. That's my take on that. Give us all the names.
The same man is accused of repeatedly having sexual relations with a girl who was 15 years old when they met. After questions for several hours at the Dicot office, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate told the BBC on Wednesday night that the latest allegations were pathetic and the prosecutors were desperate, he said, and made up a law. So yeah, he's saying they are
desperate.
He also said he was accused of lover boying the mother of his children, a technique used by criminals to prey on victims. So yeah, is that the one where they try to get you to send them money and stuff and come up with excuses why I don't come to visit them and kind of like catfishing? But
I think it goes further than that because you end up forcing them to do exactly what it described up above.
Okay, yeah.
Make pornographic online video content. He literally wrote how to do this on Hustlers University. This isn't hidden. This is his playbook. He's accused of doing the thing he put a thing out saying how to do.
In the new statement, prosecutors accused the brothers of buying 4 luxury cars and registering them in the names of other people to hide proceeds of what they describe as their illegit activity. Illicit. I don't know what the word is.
Illicit?
Illicit. Not bad.
Same as illegal. I think it's the same.
And today...
In total, they've made $2.8 million. That's probably just an estimate, though. Yeah, obviously, it'd be hard to track that because it's through different websites and stuff that, IRS may or may not get to know about. Are these some of the cars? The Bugattis? 16 cars were impounded by investigators during their search Wednesday night. Yeah, they impounded the Bugattis. They got them. Those detained are also accused of attempting to intimidate the victims and witnesses.
Okay.
During a 10-hour search of the 4 properties on Wednesday, investigators seized cash and other items, including luxury watches, laptops, hard drives, and documents. They also impounded 16 luxury cars.
16. I don't get the I'm not rich, but I don't ever see myself owning more than like maybe 2, maybe 3 cars. You know, like a winter car, a summer car, then a like off-road car or something like that.
Yeah.
The Tate brothers are taken into custody late Wednesday night after questioning, along with 4 Romanian citizens. What? Now they are Romanian? Wait a second.
Yeah, up above it said the other 4 were foreigners.
No, they said there were some Romanian and some were foreigner. Yeah, this is weird.
Well, now they're all 4
Now,
Romanian. And
I don't.
Andrew
BBC's probably not used to people reading the whole article. Most people
Maybe,
probably they're probably like, oh, no one's gonna read the end. Let's just type some shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
Maybe it's not the same 4. Maybe this is just a different set of citizens who. No, I don't know.
No. All right. Well.
So it looks like they're being held.
No, I think they were released. I think they were released.
Says to hold them longer than 24 hours, they had to bring them before a judge, and their brothers appeared court hours later. So that's how it ends.
Yeah, from what I saw, they got out, but maybe I'm wrong.
I assume that's where
he's
they're
on
at
house
because,
arrest.
you know, they're in house arrest.
Yeah.
So I assume there's no reason to hold somebody when you're being issued house arrest. I mean, I don't want you in the cells being fed that food. Go eat your own food.
Okay. Well.
So yeah, looks like Andrew Tate's in the hot seat again, and still.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm sure
we'll
we'll talk about him a lot more.
I mean, I want to see the evidence because it should be plentiful. The way Hustlers University describes how to do it, it leaves a trail, so it should be pretty fucking easy. We'll see. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's move on to something completely the same.
From Gizmodo. Scientists trained a lump of goo to play Pong. The goo only got... What?
The goo only got a little better at playing Pong, but scientists are confident it could improve if we teach it to feel pain.
Okay, no. Okay, I'm done with this. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I didn't read anything else beyond that. I got to that part and I was like, what are they doing? What's in this goo?
Like emotional pain, maybe?
Are you gonna yell at the goo?
Let's see.
Get better?
This is weird.
So here's what Pong looks like.
Yeah, Pong's a really old game that used to be played on the Atari back in the 80s. Maybe even the 70s, actually.
So as reported in New Scientist and described in a research paper from scientists at the University of Reading, researchers took a lump of hydrogel and ran an electric current through it while hooked up to a computer that could play Pong. After some trials, the goo got about 10% better at playing Pong.
Wasn't there a movie, Flubber, with what's the name?
Yeah, hydrogel. Flubber. Yeah. Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, thank you. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it probably doesn't hold up. I'm remembering it as good, but there's no way it was good.
It was all right. Robin Williams.
It's like the Nutty Professor. It just won't hold up.
I was thinking the Nutty Professor for some reason too when I said the Flubber, but those are always going to be whoa.
That's it. Hold on. That's the goo.
Didn't we talk about goo before with the smiley face a while ago?
Did we get to see it before? I don't know.
I think we saw a smiley face and it was like moving, but maybe this is...
Oh yeah, there was that like... I don't know what kind of goo that was, but yeah, there was that weird like mannequin thing.
Yeah.
Or they were trying to make like living tissue on a face. So does this look like...
That guy's not very safe. He's got his hair out and all that. He's going to get cloned or something.
But like... This did they try this with like nothing instead and like just like isn't this just like
try with tinfoil.
I can't understand anything they're showing in this video.
But
goal of all this is to learn more about how biological neural networks work. BNNs are an approximate model of biological consciousness and the basis for the construction of artificial neural networks, which systems like ChatGPT and Grok are based on. Okay, so what they want to do, neural networks, is Neuralink. They want to put this goo in your head.
Nah, maybe, yeah. I guess if that's what it's for.
All right. Well, I don't know that we're gonna really follow any of the science on this.
Yeah, I'm not that smart. I'm sorry.
Just know that they're out there doing this. The Pong game was simplified. Scientists divided the game field into 9 quadrants. Oh, that's why it looks weird up there. And communicated the ball's position on them. The goo could move its paddle up and down 3 quadrants along the side of play space. As the experiment ran, the goo got better. So you say, but like
Maybe it just got lucky. You know?
like you could accidentally get 10% better, couldn't you?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play Pong lots as a kid.
It's a game.
I'm pretty sure I played on the Super Nintendo, but I also played Joust on the Super Nintendo and a few other games. So
Look, hot take here: Pong's graphics suck.
okay.
That's it for gaming news. I think that's our gaming news, right?
Yeah. So exciting.
Look, we
The
can't
next
always
one-
have
The
exciting.
next one's
gaming
kind of
news.
sad.
We're gonna have some sad news tonight,
Take it
so
away.
we had to have some fluff pieces. You know how they do that. CNN has this one. Alain Delon's family refused to put down pet dog the actor wanted to be buried with. Why? That's not sad news.
Well,
Oh wait, is it? I don't
maybe.
know. I guess I wanted your take on this. This dude died and wanted to be buried with his dog, but his dog didn't die.
No, okay, so there's two tactics. Like, sad for him not to get this dog put down, but like, is the dog super? Like, depends. If the dog's like 16, it's probably good to do it. But if the dog's like 2, no.
So we're gonna figure out how old
Okay.
these dogs and people are, and we'll see how we feel about this dude. All right, the family of Alain Delon, who died at the weekend.
Who died at the weekend? God.
At the weekend.
The family who died at
That is throwing me off. When
goddamn CNN. So
he was 88. He has denied the actor's request for his dog to be euthanized and buried alongside him, following outcry in France.
okay.
Delon is an icon in French cinema, so that's why we've never heard of him. He was in The Leopard and Our Story.
Jennifer Aniston was in The Leopard too. That was her first movie.
Hey,
So
I didn't know that. Hey, more specifically, not just at the weekend, it was Sunday.
okay.
It was a Sunday.
The French actor had clearly expressed he wished to have his beloved Belgian Shepherd.
Beagle.
Oh my God, Beagle.
let's just misrefer as a beagle.
Alban Shepherd dog, Loubo, buried alongside him when he passed. He disclosed an unusual request during an interview with Paris Match magazine in 2018. Okay, so that put the dog at least 6 right there. His end-of-life dog, who he loved like a child. I've had 50 dogs in my life, but I've had a special relationship with this one. Delon,
He's
told
88.
Magazine.
I can do the math on
Well,
that.
he
Hold
could
on.
probably just, if he's rich, he probably had a farm or something. If I died before him, I asked
This
the vet.
dude goes through 1.76 dogs a year.
If I die before him, I asked the vet to take us away together. He'll put him to sleep in my arms.
Yeah, I don't know that the vet would want to do that. But I guess maybe they do. I don't know.
Again, following criticism from animal welfare groups in France, Delon family confirmed on Tuesday they would not be granted the actor's controversial dying wish. French animal charity, the Brigitte Bardot Foundation, said in a post on X Tuesday that Delon's relatives had confirmed that the dog has his home and his family and would not be euthanized.
Well, there you go. But we still
Okay.
don't quite know how old the dog is. Dog continued to reside in their father's douchey residence.
Maybe that's the name of
Did
the
they,
city.
did they really say that?
Maybe that's-
Can you say that?
Yeah, that's the name of the city.
Your father's got a
Delon's
douchey
request
residence.
has strongly criticized it in recent days. France's main animal protective organization, the Society of SPA, has criticized the request, stressing, we already went over this, stressing on social media and on Monday that the life of an animal should not be I don't know. Sorry, I can't get it. Controlled, not
Condition?
what? Conditioned old? I don't know.
Yeah.
I fuck
Yes,
up
conditions.
conditions on that of a human being. But like again, if the dog was 18 years old, like I don't know.
Let's see.
They're
We gotta find out how old this
they
dog is.
probably won't, yeah.
All these people are saying to not do it. Okay, how old is Lobo? The article does not have it. We need to know. How old is Loubo? 61 years old if we're talking about Christian Louboutin. Hey, is that the guy that makes those bags?
I don't know. That's Louis Vuitton.
Okay, the actor who died aged 88 on Sunday had said he wished the animal, a 10-year-old Belgian Malinois called Loubo.
10, that's still,
10
he's
years
probably got
old.
about 5 or 6 years left. So yeah, let him live.
How old do Belgian Malinois live?
It's a Belgian Shepherd, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's actually what it's showing is Belgian Shepherd, even though I put Malinois. Is that a French
And
word that
what's
I'm
the
putting
age?
in? 10 to 14 years.
Okay,
it says.
so yeah, another 5 years probably. So
Yeah, it's obviously not at the end of its life. So I am going to go with, I'm glad it didn't get killed to be buried with him.
Right.
That being said, do they have the option of when the animal does pass to dig an animal
that's
grave
what I was
next to the human
thinking,
one?
and that's what I was thinking. It's like when the animal
I don't know if
dies.
people is that weird that I just said
No,
that?
I was actually thinking that too. It's like, you know what? Once I have him, so when the dog dies, that the dog will be put to rest beside him. You know.
Look, I'm not saying he can't be with the dog.
They do that. They do that with couples. Couples buy
Yeah.
lots together, and they don't both die in the same day. Always.
But is there like laws where you can't put animal remains?
No, I don't think so.
Within a cemetery, like
I don't think so.
I don't know. There
laws.
might be.
Why would there be laws
It's
about
France. It's France.
that? So
There's laws about like spitting in France.
there's laws about spitting here. So it's a $50
There you go.
fine.
Bruin,
So,
you're on my team now. You understand dumb laws.
Okay, let's go.
That's
Is
all
that
I
it?
got on this dog
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Other one's probably gonna be a cook one too.
If it were my pets and I were to die, I would want them to finish their life. That's my thought, and vice versa. You know, if they die, I plan on continuing, and I would hope they would do the same.
Okay.
I'm talking about Pumpkin. All right, let's move on to something completely different.
Okay, take it away.
This is sort of a follow-up. We've done a couple stories about really old people. So when I saw this, I was like, let's do it. It's another little fluff piece. AP News has this one. A Japanese woman who loves bananas is now the world's oldest person. Oh, wait. You know what has to happen?
Yeah, I mean somebody
for you to
died.
become-
Yeah.
You got there.
Or
You
she
did
died,
it.
or she just passed. Just had her birthday, made her the older. I don't know.
Somebody who did die, she finally passed.
Yeah,
them.
maybe. But I think people have
Well, it's-
lived past 117 before, so.
Yeah, and this hasn't said how old she is. Did you just spoiler it?
It said that right. It did somewhere. I'm pretty sure it said it somewhere when you clicked on it.
I mean, maybe before, but we haven't.
No,
said it. You
I
just
could
spoiled
just.
it.
I just saw the numbers 117 somewhere. I don't know where. but-
Now I can't say how old do you think
So-
she looks, because now she looks 117 actually, which
Okay,
is
what
true.
is it?
She looks
What
117.
is it? Okay, let's go. Let's read.
This
Well, I
is
was
her
wrong.
116th birthday. I was wrong.
136th. Oh, 16. I guess these glasses aren't that good. Fuck. That's small
To
writing.
be fair, that's pretty small.
That is,
text, 'cause it's
that
under
is
the
pretty
picture.
small.
And in fact, I need to make all of this.
Yeah.
It's because AP News cuts off stuff. It's the most annoying.
Oh,
website. We talk
there.
shit on it.
See, following the death of a 17-year-old.
Yeah, following the death of 117-year-old Maria Branyas, according to the Guinness World Records. So yeah, she's the oldest living person.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess she doesn't have to pass the age. It just has to be a death to get this one.
Yeah.
So if she dies, whoever's younger is next.
Yeah.
If they're keeping track. So she was born May 23rd, 1908.
That's insane.
Insane. Which validates details of people thought to be 110-year-old. So they've got this gerontology research group that is tracking the 110-plussers out there. God,
Bro,
makes me curious.
yeah, that's crazy. Imagine being that old. That's it. Yeah, I'm not even 40
I
yet,
don't
and
think
I'm
I
in
want to
bed.
make it that far.
But no, like, give it another 40, 50 years, and I think.
Oh,
I
you know
guess
what? We're going to this link real quick.
I think that's where we're headed. Is like we're gonna live forever.
Maybe.
Unfortunately.
I mean, it depends. If we get some certain advancements. Look at this. Okay, can I make this any bigger? This is literally it. This is their Super Centurion rankings list. This is the person we're talking about right now.
So-
Tomiko Itooka. 1908, 05, 23. But here's next.
Yeah, only a month away. You know, like
Right
not
here.
even a month away.
Also 116.
That's yeah.
And then 115. Wait, why are these all women? Are these all women?
Women live longer.
Look at that.
So yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, go down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're all women. Men.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Did I filter women or something? What?
No, I just think women live longer.
They do. Look at this. This is absolutely insane. Wait, why do these both say all over Trump? What does that mean?
Over, I don't know. All right. Well, she's old. She likes bananas. See, there's a male.
Wait, this. Why is this a separate section? We finally have a male, but like it's a separate.
But
section.
then it goes back to female, so I don't know. But
yeah, we got a 111-year-old dude. Maybe he is the oldest living male. He might be. I mean, looking at this list, oh my God, we're back to. Oh, there's another one here, but like, yeah, no, that whole women live longer thing. Just look at this website. Sometimes.
Yeah, there's another one, but yeah.
There was a couple more men in there, but this is dominant at the top. Kind of wild. So.
Thank God, you know.
That's great. I didn't know that website exists. I kind of want to bookmark. I don't know why. So I think the rest of this article is just going to talk about Itooka specifically. Anything you want to know, like
how many bananas does she eat per day?
Yeah, like is this Bananas doing it?
Yeah. So it was a month,
when
3
told
months
about
ago.
her becoming the oldest person, she replied, "Thank you." A phrase she also relays often to the caretakers at her home.
Yeah, she
so
does.
she's
Yeah.
mentally gone.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, lady, thank you.
You're not the oldest person.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
Aw,
She celebrated
that's
her
me,
birthday
yeah.
3 months ago. She got flowers, a cake, a card from the mayor. Apparently, every morning she has yogurt-flavored drinks called Calpis.
And her favorite
bananas.
Still. Okay.
Okay. So yogurt and bananas. She was a volleyball player in high school.
She had 4 kids, 2 daughters, 2 sons.
Okay.
All right.
So
Wow.
this is the secrets to living longer. She worked in an office, textile factory.
She climbed a mountain.
mountains.
Yeah, wow.
Even after she turned 100, she was climbing.
Yeah.
Climbing.
Hiking, yeah, she hiked at 100. That's still pretty good. Like, geez, so.
Jesus.
Yeah, I.
Okay, well, there's nothing more about the bananas, but we learned about that website where they're tracking the old folks. That's cool.
All right. Well, that was different.
That's the banana.
Good
lady.
on her.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll probably say thank you.
Thank you. We need to do some Canadian
Yeah.
news. Today,
Well, is it really can anyway? We'll find out. From the CBC, Canadian residents face the longest wait in the world for U.S. visas. U.S.
This
Embassy.
is actually part of the sad news we have, but it's sad just for Mike.
Well, you know, I don't need a visa to visit.
And you have to wait if you want one.
No, I don't need a visa to visit. If I want to work there, yes. If I want to stay there, yes. But if I'm just visiting for a week, I don't need a visa.
Yeah, but like once you see America and you see the freedom, you won't want to go back.
And then I'll just become an illegal immigrant, and then I'll get money from Kamala Harris, and boom, we're living the dream, the American dream.
I'm waiting for
It's
my
an
Harris
American dream. That's not the
baby.
words.
Some of
But,
that?
well, yeah, because I have to pay rent somewhere.
So the U.S. Embassy blames increase in number of applications. It's because all you want to come in here.
Yeah, no
It's
one-
really you guys.
Yeah,
Your fault.
we're all hoping Trump's gonna win, so we're like, we're gonna move to
Here's all the
America.
Canadians. Look at them all
So-
waiting to move in. You can tell because they're hats. You know that's a Canadian.
That's a toque.
A mile
No,
away.
that's a
Yep.
toque. Can you say
A mile
toque?
away, you know it's a Canadian.
Can you say toque?
Toque.
Thank you.
But you're
So-
pronouncing took wrong.
No, it's toque.
I took that hat.
No, it's a toque.
This is in Vancouver, February this year. So, Canadian residents who require a visa to visit the United States face the longest wait times in the world. I wouldn't have guessed Canada.
Yeah. Well, everyone hates Trudeau, so they're leaving, right? So.
A CBC News analyst of wait times for appointments to obtain U.S. tourist visas. Wait, that says tourist. That's what you were just describing. Just coming over here to tour.
No, I don't think so. I think it's
Just
wrong.
to visit, tour. What is this?
Well, I'm not getting a visa, okay? Fuck it. I'm not getting a
Look,
visa.
This is
I don't care. I'll break the law.
You'll have to. That's what we're learning. Or you'll have to wait. We don't even know how long. It doesn't even say. It just says it's been getting worse. India and Mexico have been improving. So it's a you guys problem.
Okay. Well, let's look into it then.
Reported at the U.S. Embassy. Okay. Currently, those who apply for a B1/B2 visitor visa appointment. I don't know what that means. In Ottawa or Quebec City, face the longest wait times in the world, 850 days. Halifax, 840 days, and Calgary, 839 days. Getting a visa appointment in Toronto, 753, and Vancouver, 730. Earlier this month, Toronto had a wait time of 900 days.
Okay, wait. Okay, listen here. So this, I just Googled it. You require a visa to travel to the United States unless you're eligible to enter the United States visa-free under the Visa Waiver Program, VWP, or you are a Canadian citizen of Canada or Bermuda. So there. So this might mean that people who are not Canadian, so they're living here, but they're not Canadian, so they need to wait long to go to America. That's what it is. Because a lot of people try to do that to bypass. They'll come to Canada and come down south. I mean, go through the northern border of America, right? So maybe that's what it is. So let's read more in it, I guess. But from what I see,
yeah, I don't know. They'll have to explain more of what this is. But you're not alone. Apparently, Bogota, Colombia, 700 days. Or no, that's 607 days. Istanbul, Turkey.
Yeah. Okay.
Guatemala City, Guatemala. Hermosillo, Mexico. I mean, these take forever. Look, we're a popular country. We don't let people in just overnight.
See, it says Canadian residents. Why? I don't get it though. I'm just so confused.
Well, residence isn't the same as citizen. I think
Yeah,
what you were just
you're right.
that citizens wouldn't have this issue.
You're
but
right, residents. You're right. Okay, there it is. Right.
Yeah, and that may be why we're seeing that word. In 2022, the average wait time around the world is 167 days. Oh God, you guys are way over average.
Yeah. So we're screwing up that. We're screwing up those times pretty bad. Yeah.
And that was 2 years ago, but
Yeah.
I guess today the average global wait time is 151, so it's dropped. Except Canada's hasn't.
It's gone up. It's just skyrocketed.
You guys are scamming us, I guess.
Those are probably people scamming. Oh, it's a finishing scam. So residents who are trying to get things get a text message saying you're approved. Click on the link and boom, scammed.
Yeah. In return for they just want to get money however
Yeah.
they can get it. But we'll get you in sooner.
I got a text message today from Canada Post saying that my package has been rerouted, and to click here to reschedule the delivery. I have no package coming. I know I don't have no package coming. So
yeah. And this, of course, is saying they blamed the long waits on increased demand. It's your fault.
So that's what it is. Right? Go on.
They issued 230,000 non-immigrant visas, the highest number ever. It's like an invasion.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna comment, but yeah, yeah.
It's Canadians. You guys.
They're not. I don't think they're all Canadian. I think they're just like you said, they're residents. Not.
Yeah.
They're just living here, right? So. They reside in Canada right now because they don't really want to be in Canada. They want to be in America. See, everyone likes Canada until the winter comes, and they're like, "Yeah, screw Canada."
Their goal is to bring it down under 90 days.
Yeah. Got 800 days to go. So.
Number of U.S. visitor visas issued to Canadian residents. What?
20? Well, that's because 2020. That's probably beginning quite a bit, and then
this doesn't include COVID time.
Well, 100%. That's where it dropped, right? So, dropped halfway because quarter way through 2020 is when they locked the borders down.
Yeah. So it was on pace to go probably 200K, maybe more.
Yeah.
But instead, we went down to 90K. And so, had we continued that trend, we're basically where that trend was going. 240 follows where the trend was going. But COVID made a hiccup. And a hiccup with a recovery. Well, we're kind of back where we should be in terms of, if you're just following a line. I don't know.
Okay.
How do they decide who Canadians can come in?
I don't know. But yeah, so
here you go. Well, Canadian citizens do not require a visa to visit the United States. That's not the case for millions of others living in Canada. So, Mike, this is not about you.
Nope. Luckily, I can come there, so.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of me that easy.
Temporary workers, permanent residents, students, all those people, but living with visas from other countries, they have to go through extra steps and tons of wait time because, of course.
Yeah, well, it makes you got to try. It's true because they can come here and then they think they're in here. The Canadian government thinks they're here. Their government thinks they're here. then boom, they're in America now, hiding somewhere, right? And
Yeah. Now apparently there's 41 countries here where, if you're a Canadian resident and you're from one of these 41 countries, you're still basically in. You have to fill out a little form and you're in.
yeah, well, we're
Like
we're
Australia, Israel,
like
or maybe European countries.
2001. You didn't even need a visa to fly into America. And I think it was like 2006, 2007 is when you finally needed it to cross the border. So like back then, you didn't even need a passport to go from Canada to America. You can literally just cross over.
Yeah, things have changed quite a bit. 2001 changed things a lot.
No, 100%, and yeah, and Canada too. Honestly, right? So
Yeah.
for a lot of places, but mostly North America for sure, because first time something like that happened, right?
Is there like a beeping in your background there? That's weird.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
All right. Well, it looks like Mike's in the clear. If he
Yeah.
wants to come to America, he's lucky. He was born in Canada, so he can come here for a short period of time. And
6
you can't
months.
take anything back
I
without
think
declaring
6 months. I'm allowed.
it. All right. Let's move on.
All right.
I didn't think we'd be doing a follow-up on this one.
Boy, were you wrong. From CTV
Yeah.
News, judge rules Breonna Taylor's boyfriend caused her death. Dismisses some charges against ex-officers. All right. Well, what charges?
Well, that's yeah. What charges? And you can have multiple causes. So
So maybe they just
Also,
dropped
like-
some. Yeah. Well.
also like that's just I don't know. That judge is gonna be really dumb in his rationale. He can't possibly have good rationale for that. But anyways, let's see what charges. A federal judge has thrown out major felony charges against two former Louisville officers accused of falsifying a warrant that led police to Breonna Taylor's door before they fatally shot her.
Okay. What?
So, is it falsifying a warrant? Is that the charge?
Maybe.
U.S. District Judge Charles Simpson's ruling declared that the actions of Taylor's boyfriend, who fired a shot at police, denied the raid, were the legal cause of her death, not a bad warrant.
But it's still against the law to make a fake warrant, so that's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, why are they trying to figure out cause of death for a falsifying a warrant? Shouldn't we just be looking at the pertinent facts to that charge?
Federal charges against
What is
former.
this judge is looking at things he shouldn't be looking
Against
at for this charge.
The former police detective Joshua Jane.
If counsel had been doing this, he would literally admonish counsel for doing this. Like, this is beyond scope of the charge. Just saying. Like, I'm not a lawyer, but, like, this judge isn't even being a lawyer either.
So a detective and a sergeant were charged, were announced by U.S. Attorney General in 2022 of this high-profile case. Yeah, we've talked about it. I'm sure most of us seen the video. Who were not present at the raid. So they weren't present at the raid. Okay, of knowing the. Oh wait, whoa, okay. Garland accused James. Blah. I'm gonna give myself a second here. Okay, so yeah, James and Meanie, who were not.
Kyle Meany.
Yeah, no, just
That
funny.
cop is a meanie.
Meanie, who were not present at the raid, of knowing they had falsified part of the warrant and put Taylor in dangerous situation by sending armed officers to her apartment. So they weren't there. They just signed the paperwork. I don't get it.
Apparently, yeah, they were somehow involved in the warrant process. I guess they're saying they weren't part of the raid process, but they were part of the warrant. Okay, so why are they not guilty? So Simpson wrote in the Tuesday ruling that, quote, there is no direct link between the warrantless entry and Taylor's death.
Okay.
They think I'm stupid. Anyways, Simpson's ruling effectively reduced the civil rights violation charges against James and Meany, which had carried a maximum sentence of life in prison, to misdemeanors. The judge declined to dismiss a conspiracy charge against James and another charge against Meany, who is accused of making false statements to investigators. Conspiracy? Which conspiracy charge?
Conspiracy murder.
to do what?
Yeah,
Conspiracy to do what?
Well, conspiracy. I think there's a lot of conspiracy. Just conspiracy charge.
Conspiracy to falsify a warrant?
Well, that's
Is it
something.
conspiracy to do the thing that he's being said? Yeah, like
Now,
no
what
matter
are those?
What
Yeah.
it is this the lesser charge? Like, and of course, we already know the story, but
So,
they're
yeah.
here. When police carrying a drug warrant broke down Taylor's door in March 2020, her boyfriend Kenneth Walker fired a shot, struck an officer in the leg. Walker said he believed an intruder was bursting in. Officers returned fire, striking and killing Taylor, 26-year-old black woman, in her hallway. That's the quick version.
Yes. Okay. Well.
Simpson concluded that Walker's conduct became the proximate or legal cause of Taylor's death. That's bullshit. That's literally bullshit. And so this better get appealed, because that's ridiculous to say that.
Can you appeal drop charges? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Probably not. I
So.
don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. When judges do things, it's hard to do anything about it. Because this is just nonsense. Because if you applied this to other situations, you're
Now,
not gonna like
are there
it.
other officers being charged, and these two maybe we don't know much? Are there other officers being charged for something too for her death, or are these the only two being charged for it?
I mean, under this logic, if like something really bad is happening and police just open fire on a crowd, they're allowed to, because the bad thing was happening, and actually that bad thing is the proximate or legal cause of all the deaths that the police did. The police could just open fire on a crowd under this logic. This is why it's silly and stupid that this judge just said this. Literally just saying you could open fire on anyone. You don't have to have a target in your sight. You can kill anyone if you're under threat. That's crazy. Insane.
Speaking of that, off topic,
And it's completely unrelated to the warrant.
New stuff came out about Trump's assassination attempt, that the cops actually shot at the shooter too and hit his gun. So.
We sure? Do we have confirmation? Because the sniper team said they were one shot, one tap.
Yeah, they shot him. The sniper only took
they
one
were-
shot. The sniper only took one shot and killed him. But the officer shot and apparently hit the stock of Crook's gun.
They have proof of that? These are the incompetent people, so they gotta prove that shit.
That was the police that said that, and I'm pretty sure it came out.
Yes, these are the ones who couldn't crawl over a fence.
The Secret Service. So.
No, the Secret Service wasn't on the other side of the fence, unable to climb over it. That was the.
You mean when he
police.
got up there and the guy
Secret
put
Service were on the inside of the fence,
Yeah.
not unable to climb over it because they wouldn't need.
So wait, you're talking about the one that the cop that went up on the roof and then got the gun pointed and fell back.
I mean, he was a part of the same people, I assume, but no, the people unable to go over the fence, I don't think included that guy.
So.
But it's the same people. The officers were on the outside of the fence.
Okay, well that's what the news is saying. That's what they're saying. So.
Right, and I'm saying
sure.
that's the incompetent group.
Yeah, but they're
On
all
the outside of the fence.
they're all incompetent, but
The
we don't know.
incompetent group on the inside of the fence has updates.
Now,
too.
is there a bullet on the guy's gun? We'll have to look. I don't know. Like,
Well,
maybe
that's the
could-
easy. That's the proof. Prove
Yeah.
it with that. They should easily be able to prove it. They shouldn't have even put the story out without that picture.
I'm sure they did. Like, we did an episode Wednesday.
Well, if you read the story, you did. Did you see a picture?
No, because I was gonna post
Then
it.
they didn't do it.
No, yeah, that because I didn't open the story because we didn't want to pre-banter for our Wednesday episode.
Well, you still have. To, I guess.
Okay, let's move on.
I was actually in the middle of saying
Were you?
there was an update on the people inside the fence. You kept interrupting me, so I couldn't. The Secret Service people have suspended several of them.
Oh yes,
Agents.
four or five.
So, the inept people on the inside are suspending people. The inept people on the outside are saying, actually, we hit the gun. We actually did good.
But
Sorry if I don't
again,
think
it wasn't
the
there.
people on the
It
outside
still was the
were no
Secret
burn.
Services 100%.
No, it was 50%
Nicholas.
of fault of both of the people.
I don't know.
There's
The
two
police,
sets of secrets.
there's
of
the
details,
police.
and both
The police
failed.
warned Secret Service hour before, then a half hour, then 10 minutes, then 2 minutes. So Secret Service knew and they let him out there. So
It's not 100% the Secret Service. That's wild.
I'm
to
okay.
think
Well,
the police did
I didn't
everything right.
say it, but I didn't say. But it's not. It's more than 50.
You said 100%, which means
Okay,
the police did nothing
98%.
wrong.
So
I would say 50%. They
okay,
both fucked up equally.
we have one more story.
They let a presidential candidate in America get shot at. That's fucked up. All right, I'm not a Trump fan. It's fucked up that they let that happen. There's probably a lot more in the story.
Yeah.
We're, like, barely in it.
But it's probably just going over the same crap. Not the same crap. Sorry to say that, but the same stuff we read a million times already, over and over again about the situation, right? Like, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly scan.
that's unfortunate that I don't know. I'm sure there has to be some other charges for some other
they
police
do
officers.
plan to appeal the ruling. Right?
Okay, then you can appeal it. Yeah.
They plan to appeal Simpson's ruling. So, yeah, because it's ridiculous what this guy's trying to say. Like, what? If you're gonna say that they didn't do this crime, say something about the evidence of that crime. Like, you literally went to a different crime and gave evidence on that instead. Weird. Very weird. Because it was falsifying a warrant. Okay? What information was on the warrant? Was that information true?
Federal prosecutors alleged James, who drew up the Taylor warrant, had claimed that to Goodlet days before the warrant was served that he had verified from a postal inspector that the suspected drug dealer was receiving packages at Taylor's apartment. But Goodlet knew that was false and told James the warrant did not yet have enough information connecting Taylor to criminal activity, prosecutors said. So, okay, that does it. Just because he was getting packages there doesn't mean she was part of the... That's what Blake... So, yeah. So, he didn't connect her to any criminal activity. She added a paragraph saying that such suspected drug dealer was using Taylor's apartment as his current address, according to court records. Alright, but...
I mean, this sounds to me like the stuff that the judge should have been ruling it based on was his knowledge and what he included on the warrant. These things. But up above, the judge mentioned none of this. None of this. He just said, actually, it was your boyfriend who got you killed. So, no justice. Bye. Wait, what? We were saying these guys did this shit on the warrant and knew it was wrong. And this right here is what the prosecutors are alleging. And so that's the side I'm on. Because the warrant included that information about having received drug packages, where no drug packages had ever been actually found. No drug packages were sent to her house. It would be weird to do. A drug operation that sends a drug package to your girlfriend's house that you're staying at? Like, how does that even work in the drug operation? It doesn't even make sense. That's the most egregious part. Like, these people knew they had to include something to... What was the wording up here? Enough information connecting Taylor to criminal activity. They were including it so that they would have this, even though that this didn't exist. How is that not the crime and the charge that was listed above? It is. It absolutely is that. So, fuck this judge. And good luck on the appeals, because this judge got this wrong wildly. I don't know why he decided to get this so wrong. But this is the kind of judges you get when you have pro-cop people appointing judges. You get pro-cop judges. That's a problem. Judges are supposed to be the check and balance on cops.
But that's impossible these days. So
when you appoint a pro-cop judge, it becomes impossible.
And when and that goes both ways though. Like
there's several examples of good judges who aren't just mindlessly pro-cop. But you get what your appointer gives you. So.
All right.
I would bet that this person was appointed by a Republican.
It was Kentucky, so
I'd have to look for the judge's name and look it up.
It's Kentucky, so I could probably right.
Did we get the judge's name? I don't remember if the judge was even in here.
Simpson.
Federal judge. Yeah, Charles Simpson. I'll look at that later. All right. So that's a sad update.
More sad news to come too.
Yeah, we're gonna do another one that I didn't think we'd be following up, but we kind of are. We actually weren't live when all the initial Middle East stuff happened, but I was alive during it.
Yes.
And I was American.
And we've talked about the Taliban before, but yeah, you can take the last article here.
So, from CNN, Taliban bans the sound of women's voices singing or reading in public. I thought I'd also, in the thing I saw, it wasn't just hearing women, it was literally any part of their face now, too.
Well, that was it for the longest time, I'm pretty sure, except for their eyes.
Can you...
Well, they have to see, right?
Yeah. Now you're not even allowed to make noises. So.
Yeah, good job. Like, I don't know, I thought, like, we shouldn't, like, once America left, they immediately kicked the girls out of school and said they're not allowed to go to school. And people are like, oh, not a big deal. It's their country now. Okay, now women can't even talk. Like, this is messed up. And I don't know. There's something that, I don't know, you don't want to go in and do. I don't know what there can be done, but Afghanistan's Taliban rulers are cracking down on the sound of women's voices in public. Under a strict new set of vice and virtue laws under the Islamic regime. What are you laughing at?
We'll get to that after this story.
The laws were issued Wednesday after they were approved by Supreme Leader Al-Quduzada, a government spokesman said, and covered aspects of everyday life like public transportation, music, shaving, and celebrations. What?
Batula Akhanzada.
So yeah, they're banning women's. They don't want. That's pretty messed up.
So they're calling it what? Vice and virtue laws, and it's public transportation, music, shaving, celebration. So like, you have to shave your legs.
Or they probably don't.
You can't show us your legs. So
I don't think they're allowed to shave. Maybe they're not allowed to shave.
Can't go on public transportation alone. We already know you can't go outside alone.
Yeah, it's probably you're not allowed to shave, right? Or celebrate. That's probably
no
what
listening
it
to
is.
music or making music. I guess.
That's
no
messed up. Yeah, that's disgusting. I'm on the
Article 13.
Yeah.
Wow. There's like a whole list somewhere where I can see all the articles.
It is mandatory for women to veil her body at all times in public, and that her face covering is essential to avoid temptation and tempting others. Clothing should not be thin, tight, or short. So, all right, yeah, that's the Taliban for you. Women are obligated to cover themselves in front of non-Muslim males and females to avoid being corrupt. A woman's voice is deemed intimate and should not be heard singing, reciting, or reading aloud in public. It is forbidden for a woman to look at a man they are not related to by blood or marriage, and vice versa. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty messed up rules. Like, I guess we are free here in North America. Jeez.
Inshallah.
Go ahead, yeah.
I don't know what that means. Inshallah, we assure you that the Islamic law will be of great help in the promotion of virtue and the elimination of vice. These are the baddies.
Yeah.
That was my baddie voice. As the ministry spokesman for the Taliban. I'm not gonna try that name. First formal declaration of vice and virtue law. So it's 114 pages. So never mind, I'm not reading it.
Nope.
35 articles. So were women just Article 13? Probably not. The document seen by the Associated Press constitutes the first formal declaration of vice and virtue laws in Afghanistan since the Taliban seized power in 2021, when it also set up a ministry for the propagation of virtue and the prevention of vice.
I do remember that, and that's when they stopped letting the girls go to school and all that, and yeah, the Taliban are garbage. They're trash people, and they're garbage. I'll say that any day of the week. I don't know if that's just going to be repeat, but you can take it if you want.
Ban the publication of images of living beings. Ban the publication of images of living beings. We're doing that right now. We're publishing this video that has images of me and you, who are indeed living. We are doing this.
But we're not women.
You can't stream. You can't stream.
But we're not women. Of course not. Women can't do anything there.
And we also start our show with music. We literally couldn't do our show as a Afghani woman. We couldn't do it.
So
Solo female travelers.
Not allowed to do that.
I don't like to travel alone. I always go with Jays, so that's fine.
And mixed, but it's not. They should have the right to go if they don't want to, if they want to. And they're mixing up men and women who are not related to each other.
Yeah, so you can't be walked home by a guy you don't know. You can be walked home by your brother.
But
it's just weird shit. And,
and
all
that's
like,
they
use
then,
religion as their.
And that's the thing. Then they come and then they immigrate to this country, and then they want to push their values like that here. That happened here in Canada.
They're not gonna codify it.
But no, that happened here in Canada, and the guy that get charged but he did an honor killing of his daughter because she took her hijab off to play soccer when she was 13 years old. And he killed her.
Canada indicted him, right?
Yeah, but he killed her. He's like, well, I shouldn't be charged. Let me go. There's a big fight. He did get, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure he got charged. But it's like, you want to come to this country and then you think you can follow those laws and shit? That's fucked. You know? Like,
yeah, I mean, look, people can come to other nations and bring their customs and traditions and cultures, but when those conflict with codified law,
yeah,
you're gonna have a bad time because codified law wins.
And then they say
that's the good thing. So we can still bring these people to America, and I don't have a worry because I know America's laws don't let this shit happen.
But but again, America's laws, yeah. But like,
so I don't
for
fear
now.
that.
So.
But I do fear going to Afghanistan. I've never.
Yeah, I never go to Afghanistan. But they say that they say they fear they're fleeing their country to get away from it, and then they come here and they're like, oh well, let's try to push Sharia law here. They're trying to ban pork burgers at the hockey games here. So like it's again, they're like for them like that's one thing I was against. I'm all for people coming to celebrate their religion, but they were trying to say that we can't have pork burgers at a hockey game because it offends.
How are they even going to accomplish that end? I mean, that's telling a capitalist company they can't sell a thing. How are they going to accomplish that?
But they were trying to push it. They were making a big deal of it. I didn't. But I'm just saying.
But I want to know what was their strategy.
I don't know.
See one.
But it doesn't. But they come. I'm just saying they're trying to push that stuff, and they're trying to insult us, saying that you don't respect us. It's like, no, we respect you. You don't have to eat the pork burger. Eat the beef burger. You know what I mean? But or vice versa, or don't eat at all. Yeah.
Don't eat at the hockey game because sports games charge you way too much for a hot dog.
Yeah, it's $15 for a hot dog.
I
was gonna say that.
A 10-cent dog.
Yeah.
It's insane. Why are you buying that? Get McDonald's drive-through before the game.
You just can't put it in. You can't put it in.
You could if you.
No, it's not good.
Be stealthy.
It said the ministry role was expanding to other areas of public life, including media monitoring and eradicating drug addiction.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of from when we did our war over there, we rapidly intensified the opioid
for sure.
Production in that country. We definitely contributed to a lot of the addiction they're currently dealing with. That being said, using your religious morals and these bullshit laws to try to eradicate drug addiction, it's worse than the war on drugs. It's like it's not gonna work.
All right.
It's gonna actively do harm. So, the Taliban rejected the UN. Wait, what? Given the multiple issues outlined in the report, the position expressed by the de facto authorities that this oversight will be increasing and expanding gives cause for significant concern for all Afghans, especially women and girls, said Fiona Fraser, the head of Human Rights Service at the UN mission in Afghanistan. You know what? They don't give a shit about women. They don't give a shit about the UN. They don't give a shit about America. They don't care what we think. Like... Well, look, they're the ruling party of that country, so...
And...
Are we supposed to go in and change the way countries work? Because if that's the... I mean... That's the whole world police thing that we shouldn't be. I thought that's what everybody was like yelling to America stop doing that.
Yeah,
and we did. So, we're not going to go back in there. That was never even our goal.
Oh, they will go.
Afghanistan and Iraq was never about the women.
No.
That became like in the middle of it a reason to stay there because it was a 20-year engagement.
Depending on.
We had to make up shit to keep it going.
Let's see in the next 4 to 6 years to see if we head back to the Middle East. And
and it was misguided.
It wasn't for revenge. It wasn't.
Lied and people died.
It wasn't for. It was for revenge, but it wasn't for revenge. We all know that.
It was sold to the American people as
revenge. 100%.
George Bush lied and people died, and George Bush is living, not in prison.
Yeah.
He's just painting pictures somewhere in Texas right now.
He's
not in jail for that.
And there's still and I know people hate Trump, but he falsified paperwork and they want to throw him in jail for life. And Bush killed millions of people. Not millions, but maybe
Bush
millions.
Lied. All he did was lie, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Clinton only lied, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is stupid when you start doing that. Like.
Why do you think? Why do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you think every president wasn't upset about the presidential immunity laws? Did you hear one president say shit about it? Not one. Not one.
Jimmy Carter's down in Georgia right now, and I didn't hear it.
He wants to vote. He said he wants to be alive until the election. So.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. So.
He said he wants to be alive until the election.
So he can vote for Harris because he does not want to get Donald.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so.
That's fine. Is he close to dying?
He's been in hospice for a while. I can't believe he's still alive. Have you not seen him? He's been dead for 10 years.
Wait, look. Current Jimmy.
Hey, Heckles. Heckles, I'm not sure if you have already, but if you,
discretion.
1 second, you should hit that follow button, Heckles. We're doing pretty good. Me that subscribe button on my YouTube. We are actually transferring over to YouTube mostly. But we're doing pretty good, Heckles. We're just talking about presidents, and actually we're talking about Taliban and how dirty they are and how bad people they are.
Apparently, the Taliban just did 113-page like virtue and vice laws. They codified all their.
So women can't talk in public. Women can't sing. Women can't do anything. But yeah, Jimmy Carter's been dead.
We're all down on pages, and we can all read it now. So we're
see.
Look
at Jimmy Carter. He's in hospice.
Yeah, like look at some of these look real bad. Like this one looks pretty bad. This one looks like that
he looks
dude
like he's
from
dead.
The Lecter movie.
Yeah, he looks.
It
looks like
that guy.
Yeah, he's not even alive there. He's just sitting there. Like
this might be the funeral that we missed.
That's why I'm confused. That's maybe he isn't alive, and it's just all a lie, you know. So they're just like
Jimmy Carter hits 1 year mark since entering hospice care. It's very powerful. He's been in hospice for over a year, which is in and of itself a feat, literally. Yeah.
So
most people in hospice, like I would imagine, the average.
But you think, but him being a president, they're probably giving him the best medicine possible, you know, like they're probably giving him everything they possibly can, putting some freaking nice young fresh blood in him every day and all that. So
look at that, you got Jill and Joe visiting Jimmy and Rosalind Carter, I think.
Why is Jill holding Joe's hand like that? Oh wait, never mind. Sorry.
So, Joe's looking rough.
I know.
Oh.
No.
If it wasn't a blue suit, honestly, it might be more confusing. Just saying.
They look freakishly large compared to them, though. You know what I mean? That picture looks very weird.
Yeah, they do.
The angle looks very weird. Yeah.
Apparently, every picture I clicked on is something I can't click back on.
But I think that was it. Oh.
But I did want to go back real quick, because before we end our show, I'm done with this story, but just for funsies, I looked up Charles Simpson, and then I had a laugh when I read it. So this is Ballotpedia, or whatever.
Yeah, Obama?
Puts all this crap together. So I came down to his judicial career. Western District of Kentucky. On the recommendation of Senator Mitch the Glitch McConnell, Simpson was nominated to the United States District Court for the Western District of Kentucky by President
Ronald Reagan. Holy shit.
On June 6, 1986, to a seat vacated by Charles Allen. So yes,
38 years. So.
I was doubly right.
Yeah, I thought you were like, it's Trump! But nope, it's Reagan. So.
Nope, we went all the way. This is a Reagan-appointed judge. So. This is why elections matter. Reagan appointed a bunch of people who are making rulings today who shouldn't be.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. So.
And Mitch McConnell's like, that guy's actually really good. Or however, tries to turtle himself. I said that way too quick for turtle.
Yeah.
So that's how he got there. So I just wanted to.
August 4th, 1986. So that just passed 38 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Senior status at.
And how old is he? How old is he?
He is.
He went to school in 1970, so 1950. So he's probably 84 years old right now.
You think? Oh, there. He's born in 1945. So whatever.
1945. That puts him at.
5 plus 24 is 79 or 80.
80. So he's 80 years old.
High 70s or 80. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what his month is, but yeah, he's ancient. He's ancient and was appointed by a guy forever ago, but it's lifetime appointment crap. And this is where, 4 more years of Trump are untenable, because he already did 4 years of the same crap Reagan did. His idol is Reagan. He's appointing the same shitbags. I had to say shit twice in this word.
Well, thank you for the follow there.
So Charles Simpson, fuck you. That's my opinion.
For sure. Well, if you haven't already, please hit that follow button here on. Actually, I want to say on Kick, but we are leaving Kick. It just.
Yep. So you may see the website needs to.
Time to move on. We're gonna go strictly to YouTube. So.
Can we even change this green up here to be red?
Maybe.
Red gang, y'all.
There's our YouTube once again. We'd like to kick. We like everyone on Kick. We appreciate everyone who followed us on Kick. We just don't see the growth here on Kick, and I've said Kick many times, but yeah, it's where we decided to start this podcast and where we started it. But I think YouTube is better for this show. But I appreciate it. So if you can go over that YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I think it's called on YouTube. And also have to go to Borderline Banter. Check your X, YouTube, Facebook. We're on all those. And if you want to be on the show, you can drop us a line. I got to put this on there too, but if you're watching, check your junk mail. Because I respond, and it seems like no one ever responds to my response. So I believe it gets sent to your junk mail, and people don't see it. I'll add that in the points too, just to remind. But yeah, check your junk mail because we would like to have you on. Yeah.
I'm just going to start typing it up from now on.
Okay. Type as fast as I talk.
It's that easy. We always like to end our show with this little segment at the end about a little mental health awareness. We have a link on our website, borderlinebanter.com. Up here, you can just click It's Okay Not to Be Okay. And we have a lot of different phone numbers you can call, different hotlines you can call to get a hold of somebody if you're going through some shit and you need someone to talk through. That's kind of what we're really all about here at the Banter is, talking through shit. That's what me and Mike do 3 times a week, sometimes 2 when we miss a day. So yeah, we want everyone to know that you're not alone and it's okay not to be okay. And here's, some help if you don't have anyone you can reach out to. There's a lot of resources.
All right,
but I don't think they're all machines. I assume you get a real person.
You should. Well, thank you, Dustin. We will see you Monday with a new format, new layout. Now that I said it, I actually have to do it. But I have a plan. I have a whole idea. So hopefully it will look better for everybody on the YouTubes. Appreciate it. We will see you Monday. Stay safe. See ya.